Every day I've been going live on Instagram and just trying to help people or hold people accountable with the actions that they want to take on a daily basis. And good morning. Just wondering to you guys, what does success look like to you? Is it waking up early every day? Is it not being able to have to depend on a job? Being physically fit, mentally there? Like, what does success look like to you? Success is very subjective. It can mean many different, it can mean anything. It can mean, yeah, almost anything to anybody, right? And for me, what success looks like is being consistent at the activities that I say I'm going to do. Last night, I didn't want to do some work, and I woke up and I said, no, I'm going to do it. I have to do it. And one of my principles is people who complete things complete things. And I said, no, I'm not finishing. I'm not going to bed until I finish this. Because the future me would be out there, or the future me would sit at that computer and get it done. So I said, no, I'm not leaving until I get this done. And I just got it. I just banged it out. And I was like, great, it's completed. That's one thing I can check off my list. I'm finding a lot of people, especially on social media, are afraid to take the first step or a leap of faith in themselves to do things that they want to do. Whether it's start a business, start exercising to become, or to lose weight, read books. I find a lot of people, it's always chat. Like, just go do. Like, stop telling people. You feel like you're accomplished by telling people that you have done, or you feel accomplished by telling people of what you're going to do. What you're going to do ain't going to bring you results. The results come by you doing the actions. So stop telling people what it is that you're going to do and go and do it. It's time that we make change for ourselves. Many people had a shitty year. Companies had shitty years last year. And they say this year is going to be a different year. Well, it's only going to be a different year if you change the actions that you were doing last year. Change doesn't happen unless you change. Sorry to tell you, but people out there crying that they want this and they want that. There's help out there. You don't take it. And then you think to yourself, oh, why is my life like this? Your life's like that because you're not going out there making that change. You're not doing what is required. You're not putting yourself in uncomfortable positions. Being in a position of and that's not in comfort to you is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's helping you grow. You can't see new results for yourself by doing the same actions that you're doing before. Think of yourself like a seed. If you put the seed in the ground, the seed has to push against dirt to plant its roots in order to grow a stem and produce whatever it decides to produce after. If it's an apple tree, the apples. But everything is going to be uncomfortable in the beginning. And when you don't know something, the unknown, obviously, is going to be uncomfortable. But as you keep working towards it, the being uncomfortable starts to become the new norm for you. And you're like, I figured it out. Now I can move on. I can get to the next level. Just like in video games. Just like in sports. You have different levels as you get higher and higher. I was listening to this one guy, very successful marketer. On social media, you think he lives the best life. Like, most people compare themselves. Why them and not me? Oh, they have everything. Social media makes you think they have everything. But he was just telling us his life story on like his new podcast. And he's going through it too. He's going through a lot of shit. So it's like, don't think that millionaires and billionaires don't have problems like us. They eat, they sleep, They take a shit just like we do. They ain't no different from us. Their problems are just probably 100 times, um, 100 times worse than ours, if you want to really think about it. Like this guy, his son, he has twin boys, and he's going through it. They're like reaching adulthood, and like he's having those issues. Then he must have got like blasted on social media for something, because his kid was like in a wrestling match, and then the other he thought his kid was in danger and then hit the other kid. So it's like these things happen to like all types of people on any types of levels. Like, we all have our shit that we're going through. Lots of people say, oh, I'm going through some personal stuff, I can't do this right now. No, you can. That's the best time to do it. It'll help you get your mind off of stuff. Stop looking for a way out. Like, it's not coming. Like, just go and do what it is that you need to do. I go through my problems, but then I don't wake up and say, I'm not gonna do it because I'm having this problem or that. Like, no, stop making up these excuses. You want to change, you want change to happen. Change doesn't happen unless you change. Change your situation. You don't have enough money? All right, get a second job. Start creating a business. You feel overweight? Then start exercising. Like, stop looking for excuses. Like, nobody's gonna, the pity party's over now. Like, cut that nonsense out. Go out there and do what it is that you need to do. My mission is to help people start online businesses. Why? Because people are tired of their 9 to 5. They're undervalued. They're overworked. I was in a position where I thought my job was safe and secure, and guess what? They let go of me like that, a snap of a finger. Brought me into a meeting, then the job was gone. I said, nah, man, I got to do something different now. I can't sit here waiting on people to say, okay, you're hired, and then next day you're fired. No. Just my morning rant as I take a walk on the slippery sidewalks. Almost bust my head like 3 times. But yeah, if you're new here, first time watching me, my name is Dean the Wealth Coach, your go-to guy for building wealth. And my definition of wealth isn't money. It's the ability to just live life on your own terms without having to depend on a paycheck. I'm here to inspire, motivate you to just make change for yourself. Stop like beating yourself up. Go out there, take chances, make mistakes. Those mistakes, those failures, those are learning lessons. Don't look at it as a bad thing. Start looking at it as a positive and how it's shaping your life. If you start looking at where you're coming from to where you are now, you will start to realize you have come a long way. Stop looking at what the future is that you want to be. When you start looking at the future or your future self, you're like, man, I'm not there yet. Oh, I should be here already. Nah, that's how you're living in a life of scarcity. Start living in a life of abundance. Start looking at all the things that you have done already to where you are now. That's the comparison that you need to make. When you start making that comparison, you will start to be more happy about life. You'll be more excited to what's to come because of all the things that you have previously done. Start documenting the things that you have done, because now you can go back and reflect. You're having a down day, go back and reflect on all the positive things that you have done and all the growth that you have made. Those are the type of things that you need to do. Stop worrying about, oh, I want to make this amount of money, I want to have this amount of followers. All that shit doesn't matter. That shit will come when it's ready to come. Work on yourself. Be consistent. Stay resilient. That's what you need to do on a day-to-day basis. So if you guys are liking content like this, give me a thumbs up, give me a subscribe. If you want to see me do these morning walks at 6 a.m., just let me know down in the comments. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning into the live. The 1 to 3 people that joined, you know what? It doesn't matter, because I'm going to be here consistently every day doing this. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.